Good morning, guys. It's 8 a.m. here in Denmark, and I just want to show you guys a little bit about what we're up to at the moment. We were supposed to go RVing around Europe for 3, 4, or 5 months at this point, and due to the whole pandemic situation, we are still in Denmark. So we are camping here in Denmark in this thing that you see behind me here. So it's a European style RV where you attach this tent to the camper, and it's a towable camper that we pull behind our car here. So we've installed ourselves in this camper here, and this is the view from this campground. It's pretty epic. It's really amazing to be working at night and sometimes early mornings with this view with the sunset here. Is pretty awesome. And as you know, we've been traveling a lot. We both really like traveling, Maria and I, and since we had Max, we decided to transition into this camper because Max doesn't do well with time zones and jet lag and stuff like that. So we've had a couple of campers and we've completely rebuilt this one to fit our needs right now. So this is where I'm working. This is my workstation where I get all my stuff done. And with some campgrounds, there are also some areas where you can go up and you can connect your computer and you can work from there. But actually, to make this work, to get a good internet connection, I don't know if I can catch this on camera, but I've attached an external antenna here at the top of the camper. So this thing up here, if I can point to it, there it is. It gives us a pretty good connection. Then I connect that to our router and we can sort of pick up the mobile internet connection here as we travel around. So this is where I keep my external screen, and this is also where I have the router, and I actually put some wires here in the camper. I also have one here in the seating area and one at the other end, so I can always sort of plug the internet directly into my laptop. That just gives me a little bit more speed and more stability when I need to upload these videos, and just have the best connection possible on sometimes a poor connection. And also if I need to do a video or a live stream or something, many times that there'll be some buildings surrounded where I can ask the owner of the campground if I can get a more stable connection. So far that hasn't been a problem at all, and my fingers are crossed that we'll get good internet connection all around here. I'm not too worried about Denmark though. I'm more worried when we get down into Germany and maybe England and we get out in the countryside. But we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure it'll be no problem at all. I'd say the schedule right now for me is that I work mostly at nights when Max is sleeping. We put him to sleep at around 7 or 8. He'll be playing with his Legos in the van here. Let me show you. And then when he's asleep, I can get some hours of work done. This is Max's room. We built this bed there, and that's the Legos where him and I are building a ton of stuff. And over here we pulled out a large seating area and installed like a more regular sleeping sofa that we can turn into a sofa eventually if we want to do that. So it's a very small RV, especially for US standards. It's what we call a European camper, because these things are much more costly over here. And also if you want to go to take it to like Italy, which we did, we traveled Tuscany in this thing for a month. You can't really go anywhere in the streets in Tuscany, for example, if you have like a huge RV bus or something like that. So I'm still going to be doing a lot of videos for you guys as we travel here on the road. And I'm also trying to sort of transition into doing more live videos because they require much less editing. It takes a lot of editing for me to get these educational videos going, but I'm definitely still going to be doing these. And also I have a lot of videos pre-recorded, as I told you guys. So some of the videos will still be from my office at home, just showing you guys how to do everything with passive income sites. Let me just show you guys a few things we did to this camper in order to make it work as a workstation also, because it's easy to just go camping with a camper like this and just relax all day. But there's some things we needed to do in order to make it work well as a workplace also. So we got some much better chairs this time. See this chair here, it has a pretty straight back, so you can actually sit in a good position so you don't get back pain and so on after sitting many hours and working with this. And I also got an external screen and my external keyboard, so when I need to do topic research and really dive into things, I can have my laptop monitor and one external monitor. I don't have my nice free screen set up here. I only have those two screens. I have a small extra monitor, but I can put that up here at night in order to get some topic research done. Because when I do topic research, I really need to have one window where I can do research, and one window where I can have all the other things going, you know, take notes and just start writing down some of those headlines and subheadings for the articles as I start getting ideas into my head. So that's some of the major upgrades, and as I told you, we worked really hard to get some good internet in this van, and we also made sure that when we're choosing a campground that we always have a pretty good internet connection. So we got 2 different cell phone plans, so we're covered by 2 different cell networks. That's pretty important because, you know, somewhere out in the countryside you might not be able to get signal with this network, and then we can choose the other network. So that's pretty neat too. And of course, since we're working out of this setup for many months now, Max is not in kindergarten as he usually is. So normally I'd get all my work done in the first part of the day, and then I'll pick up Max at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and he'll get home and we will play for the rest of the day. But by doing it this way and having Max home all day, it's just so awesome because I get to spend the first part of the day with my family and with Max, and then if there's any energy left, I get to work last. So that's sort of the way my priorities are, you know. Of course, my family is my first priority, and being able to spend the best part of my energy and my day with them is just great. I think that's actually the part that I love the most about passive income and building these niche sites, is that we're able to do stuff like this as a family. Of course, it took many years to get us to this point, but now that we're here, and the fact that we were able to accomplish this before we had Max is just awesome. So during the daytime here, we go exploring and we will go in the water here, go swimming. We went swimming yesterday, and as you know, we're in the Nordic countries, we're in Scandinavia, so the water is freezing cold. Or maybe it's not freezing, but it's not that far. It's not many months since it was actually freezing. And I like to jump in the ocean all year round, so it's not a big deal for me. And Max is starting to love it too, so I'm really happy about that. And then we'll take our bikes here. Denmark is a bike country, as you might know, just like the Netherlands. Everybody in Denmark have bikes, and we use them as much as possible, and we have those bike lanes alongside the road, so that's really neat. And that's awesome because I like this slow pace of life when you have a toddler with you, to be able to take stops when you want to and just explore the country, because that's definitely Max's favorite way of transportation. Otherwise, of course, we have the car, and we also use that when we're going out to explore the countryside. And today we're going to the other end of the island to check out this really sweet beach. We should be able to find fossils and just a lot of cool stones and stuff like that. Max is into that. He's watching Peppa Pig all the time, and he just had a book with us here at this trip about fossils and stuff. So he's becoming a big boy now. He's turning 4 in a month. That's awesome. Moving into the camper again might also mean that I eventually have to skip one video once in a while, but I'll definitely put up at least 1 video per week, and I'll also try to stick to 2 videos per week. And of course, as I said, some of those being a live video. If you want to know more about where we're going and updates on the trip in general, let me know down in the comments. So far, as I told you guys, due to the pandemic, we have been sort of locked into Denmark. But within a month and a half, we'll definitely be able to get out. We can drive into Germany right now, actually. But we already have a couple of campgrounds booked for us, and we have some friends that we're going to meet up with around Copenhagen and also on some of the smaller islands here in Denmark. And it's a really, really great place to be. As you can see here around me, it's not too bad though. You know, many times you just travel all over the world and it's just so pretty and beautiful in your backyard, right? But the plan right now is to stay here for 1 or 2 months and then move down into Germany, maybe go to Belgium and France and take the train with the camper over to southern England. That was the plan. That was in the initial plan, and I don't know if we're going to go through with that, but we just might. And let me know if you want to get updates on this trip, or you just want me to keep at it only with tips about passive income and building these sites and so on. But I'll definitely love to hear your motivation in the comments, so leave that in the comments, why you're doing this and what you would love to accomplish. What would you do with that freedom when you get to the point where you can, you know, be geographical independent and financial independent? I'd really like to know your motivation to do this thing with building passive income and building these sites and, you know, get this online revenue going for yourself. What's your motivation? What do you want to accomplish? And what do you want to do with that lifestyle? I think that's pretty important to think about, because many of us go into this, and when we start seeing some success, we just keep doing what we always do, you know, go to the computer and start working for 8 hours straight, and then it's the weekend and we just continue the grind the next Monday. I mean, this is what I've been building up to, and we've been doing this for, as I said, many years now. We've been traveling in Thailand, many countries in Africa. We've been to the States many times, and this is just great. This is, to me, the biggest benefit of moving your income online and sort of automate it as much as possible. And also, I'd say the geographical freedom combined with financial freedom is definitely what motivates me and one of the biggest perks about this. So now you guys also know why some of the next videos I upload may be recorded on the beach or in the woods or just out in nature, because I'm not in my office for the next many months. But I will be mixing in videos that I pre-recorded just to have some videos going up, at least here in the beginning of this trip, because it's still a little bit of a transition for me, because it's been a year since we spent many months in the camper. So I need to get into a good work routine here, so I'm gonna mix in some videos that I pre-recorded. And also, of course, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.